Welcome to Science TV News at 1 with me, Ben Werangai, and my sign language interpreter doing the voicing, Irene Chebiwot. Let's focus on our news. Within Statehouse, Nairobi. Despite the project facing a court challenge and public criticism. Speaking during a Sunday service at the State House Chapel, President Ruto emphasized his determination to improve worship facilities for all those residing and working within the presidential compound. He commended the team currently managing the chapel for their role in ensuring the continuity of regular services. President Ruto also drew a connection between God's blessings and the recent favorable weather conditions, which have led to improved rainfall and harvest.
State House, Mungu atatupatia neema pia tupate mahali pengine ambayo tutapata nafasi ya kuabudu bila ya watu wengine kukaa nje, na I'm confident that God is going to make provision for us to have a place where we can worship God in this compound.
On to our other news. A women's conference organized by the AIC Church brought together church and community leaders to discuss the pivotal role of women in Kenya's development. The event, held in Nairobi, focused on empowering women to become key drivers of progress. Gender Cabinet Secretary Hannah Cheptumo, in her address, urged women to take full advantage of government initiatives, particularly the affordable housing program. She emphasized that such projects are crucial for achieving financial independence and strengthening families. The conference attracted women from across the country, providing a platform for dialogue and networking aimed at charting a clear path for women's increased participation in shaping Kenya's future.
As a leader in the government, I've come to join with the fellow women to speak about the evils which are there, and we speak together with one voice and say no to violence, no to molestation of children, no to evil things like raping, no to things like killing women and girls because of the agenda which is femicide. So at the end of this meeting, we'll be able to speak as one voice, and all these women will go around the country to speak the same thing that we are saying.
Every citizen has a right to be protected and to feel safe and to feel secure. Me as a woman, not even as a senator. Yes, I have bodyguards, but those who don't have the bodyguards out there, and even we've seen people being killed with their bodyguards there. This is bad. This is wrong, and this must stop. Actually, I condemn this in the most.
The consensus among attendees was that the peace initiatives and collaborative spirit demonstrated in Kenya can serve as a powerful model for the rest of the world. Moving on, Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, has called on leaders of the East African Community, EAC, to fully enforce the free movement of persons protocol, arguing it's a vital step for regional development. In a statement, Wetangula urged EAC partner states to remove existing barriers to human mobility, emphasizing that such a move would not only boost economic growth, but also foster greater social and political integration across the continent. He highlighted the potential for increased trade, investment, and a more robust common market if citizens are allowed to move freely across borders without undue restrictions.
Wa foreign affairs, tulikuwa na mambo imechacha hapa sana ya migingo. Tukaenda huko, tukajaribu, tukarekebisha, na sasa nimefurahi juzi Rais Museveni alikuwa Nairobi, wamesema hatutaki tena kuona wavuvi wetu wakishikwa kiholela na askari kutoka nchi jirani. Hii ni shared resource. Na East Africa we have a protocol on free movement of people, goods and services. Wale wakienda kwa lake kuleta samaki watafanya hivyo bila kuhangaishwa na askari wa nchi jirani. And that's how we want to live. Pia sasa tumemaliza miaka 3 tangu tupige kura. Kwanza I salute Prime Minister Raila and President Ruto for bringing the country to peace. And you can see the pretenders to opposition don't seem to know what they are doing.
Moving on, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has announced his presidential bid in the 2027 general elections, declaring that his campaign will pivot away from traditional promises to address countries' pressing economic challenges, including the national debt. In a move that signals a clear break from his former political ally, President William Ruto, Gachagua stated his intention to emulate the economic policies of the late President Mwai Kibaki. He specifically mentioned his plans to reverse key policies of the current administration, including the controversial housing levy.
Promise you lies that I'll build roads, I'll build dams, I'll connect electricity. Those are lies. The country is almost broke. We have a debt of 12 trillion. So telling people I'll do this, I'll do that, ni uongo. I want to do only one thing, to restore the Kenyan state to where Mwai Kibaki left us. In his 10 years presidency, Mwai Kibaki never took the microphone to lecture the people of Kenya about how educated he was. He never. Yet, the things he did, everybody can see.
On to our final news. The Kenya National Union of Sugar and Allied Industries Workers has called off a planned strike by employees of 4 formerly state-owned sugar factories which are now under lease agreements. According to the union's Secretary General, Francis Wangara, and Chairman Bernard Wanyonyi, the decision was made following a meeting with leaders from the Central Organization of Trade Unions, COTU. The leaders agreed to give room to negotiations and to put pressure on the government to settle the 20 billion shillings debt owed to the workers. The union officials warned that should COTU's mediation efforts fail to produce a favorable outcome, they will be forced to take more drastic measures to ensure the workers are paid.